here at the airport, having some breakfast. How are we feeling?
Pretty good.
No
Pretty
cards just yet. Because there's no tables at the lounge. Feels bad, man.
We should just get smashed on the oyster bar.
We can't afford the oyster bar.
Oysters though.
So if we look at the watch, it's 12:15. Our flight to Dusseldorf, don't know if you guys can see that, delayed to 12:30. Excellent. The happiness gone. Oh, what a room. This was worth a 3-hour plane delay.
Oh,
holy moly.
Oh, we even get some
Complimentary
free of
water.
charge water. Get it! Hey, don't waste it. Not yet. Not yet.
Let's take a look at this view.
Is this the queen of table waters?
Alright, the view's pretty shit.
Oh, fuck, it's bright. Close.
Alright, what is this?
That's your bed.
This is mine. I will physically pick you up. What is this?
It's an ironing. It's a trouser press.
Wow.
You never used one of those before?
No, this is like the most makeshift bed ever seen.
Is it even...
Deutsches TV though.
It's actually alright.
Man. It's not, I mean...
It was free.
I guess...
We didn't pay for any of this. That's pretty good.
Would be nice to have breakfast though.
Yeah. There's even a safe.
Is there any toothpaste?
Oh,
That's a big, yeah, that's...
There's shampoo.
Get the bathroom shot in as well.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no toothpaste though.
You brought toothpaste.
I brought like a tiny tube enough for myself though.
Alright.
Don't know if we'll be able to share that.
We'll share, don't worry.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Oh, it's Germany versus Ghana as well.
Is this football?
Ah, es ist Fußball. Wie schlecht.
Good evening guys, 2 to pass here. Your boys, Zistro.
Hey, how's it going? The guy here.
And Congress. Oh. So this is us at the hotel post Continentals. Not a bad finish, we'll talk about it in a second. First I just want to apologise that there's no video footage of the actual tournament itself. I kind of forgot. We're also too busy playing, like we played like 6 straight rounds with no breaks.
No breaks.
So
Not even for lunch, not even team like top cut.
To be honest, like you guys didn't miss anything interesting. Like it would just been like screenshot, like videos of us shit talking by the players. So
Yeah.
but you know, someone might want to see that.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah. So anyway, overall finish, we came 3rd, which is not bad. Like quite pleased with that. Quite pleased with that.
It's pretty good.
Interesting enough, there was a fully British top 4. Very very proud of that. All 4 teams. Yeah. So we were first at Cardiff came 3rd. Second place at Cardiff came 4th. And then the top 2 were both Huddersfield finishes. Yeah.
Okay.
So not bad, not bad. So once again, same as last time, we've got me, player B on Overlords. We've got
Player A on Ripples.
and finally,
Playing Seal Laser Color.
Machinings. Oh, so good, so good. So, do you want to take us through the tournament itself?
Why not? Okay, let's... Google Keep is so good. Okay, so
I didn't actually take note of any of the guys' names, so
Whatever.
whatever. I just took down where they were from, what they played. So round
Yeah,
one.
you know who you are.
Round one, we faced a team from Greece. So I played against Blaster Singsaber,
I played the Overlord Mirror match.
which was fun. And
I played the mirror match.
The machining mirror match.
well,
Mirror match.
What are the chances?
but
Jesus. Yeah, I lost. The other two won.
yeah.
So everything turned out okay.
It was pretty. Then we faced third place from was it third place from Huntsville?
I think they were second or third. Yeah.
Second or third, yeah.
Team Illuminati for those who know who they are.
I was playing playing before. I knew it was eventually going to happen. I came up against Chaos Messiah.
Was it just pure chaos?
I'm pretty sure I saw it.
You're in the grade 2, isn't it?
He ran. Yeah, he ran.
probably
Wrestling.
like
Yeah.
It wasn't also doom and gloom because like it went to time, but when it went to time, he couldn't lock me anymore. So I could finally start doing shit, and it got to he was at 3 damage for the entire game. I don't think I put it to 4 points. He didn't limit break at all. And then I had like next to no cards left in deck, and I rode Miltiades.
For some reason, he didn't lock your Odysseus. So you Odysseus twice.
Yes.
And Legion 3 times.
I did like some crazy shit one turn to the point where I had like 7 cards left in deck.
4 of which were heals.
4 of which are heals. I needed double heal to win on time because this was the final turn.
Final turn.
And I got 2 heals, so I won. I was like, hey,
Then Mike and I lost. Like I lost the no kill, pure no kill by the way. Like no Gavril. Just I think his grade 2s were 4 no kill and then 1 of the Legion leader, like the
just
Celestial.
so he doesn't.
Yeah, like that was quite tough. Like I aggroed him really early, like shredded his hand, and then no kill did the no kill thing where he draws a bunch of cards. So yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, I'm just getting sacked that game. That's about it.
Crits for days.
Yeah, crits and heals for days.
Third game was against the guys from Sweden.
So they were from Sweden, but like they apparently went to some other qualifiers because Sweden doesn't have a qualifier. Like you guys know who you are.
Okay, so I played Overlord. Overlord for me, despite being on paper a bad matchup, I mean I like this guy to like have infinite practice against. So like Overlord for me is, I don't want to say easy, but it's not as hard as I guess most people would imagine it to be. So it was quite.
Like you know what to do.
I know exactly how to play around. Yeah. So it was quite a comfortable win, I'd like to say. And I was constantly aggroing him from the early game. He was at 5 very quick. So.
Did you win your game in that one?
Versus Chaos. I think, yeah, you lost, right?
No,
Round 3.
Round 3 I lost.
Oh, Chaos, yeah.
Chaos.
I played against Thing Saber Blaster. He 2 passes my Titan. First drive check, crit to the rear guard, powers the Vanguard, because hey, why not, right? Because it's in the hull on the rear guard, so it's like, hey, you can get 16k, whatever. And then third check is like, hey, that's another crit. Roll on Vanguard, he doesn't get healed, he dies.
Okay, so
Round 4.
final round of Swiss, yeah.
Guys from these guys they won the Belgian one. So
Yes.
But they're German.
they're German, but they won first place in Belgium. Yeah.
So was this true? Face.
There's another thing
Blaster.
Blaster.
Yeah, I think this was the deck that over the course of the day we came up against the most.
Like we were much more afraid of Sanctuary Guard, but there was
Yeah.
nobody plays Sanctuary Guard.
We played Sin Blaster 3 times
Yeah,
today.
it's ridiculous. I destroyed this one as well because he chose not to stride alt mile and just kept trying to Legion blast me, and I was like, no, and then he ran out of cards in deck.
Yeah.
You were up against Angel Feather, right?
Yeah, unlike everyone else.
There was also pure no kill again.
Yeah, the thing is though, like my deck is weird because Angel Feather doesn't
Free
scare
kill.
me. It doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah.
First of all, they run what 6
4.
or even 4 grade 3s. So they're already fucked if they come up against me.
Yeah.
And it was more like shed everything, but once like the paralyze goes off, she had no grade 3, so she
You literally went destroy.
Yeah, and props to her, she was like striding 2 Raphaels and like she was in the game, but it was more like
Or striding at rest.
yeah,
Strider, just the heal.
okay.
So it was more like she was doing the no CL stuff, but without the Vanguard help. So it's like you can do all you want, but at the end of the day, you're not adding any cards to your hand. So eventually, I had something like 12 cards in my hand. And
I think I looked over one, you had like 3 perfect cards in your hand.
Yeah, I mean, it was just one of those things, like, it's gonna happen eventually. So I'm in a position where I don't care about Angel Feather, so she couldn't do anything.
And I faced her gears. I misplayed so many times in this game. Like, when I strode High Tide onto Sorterio, I forgot to check the top 7 to ride Pavlov.
Jesus Christ. You forgot to stride as well?
And then I forgot to stride on my grade 3 turn. I rode Miltiades, I did the counterblast, I added something to hand, and then I went to attack with rearguard, and as soon as I went to switch the rearguard, I was like, oh, I made a terrible mistake. I was like, Judge, no.
It's not worth it.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
So that was that. So like, because I probably would have strode it. I would have strode it to Proximus anyway. And like, maybe that would have changed things, but like, there were 2 very major misplays really, and it suffered. I was constantly on the back foot because it's like, this first time stride is crazy as hell. And he just next staged me for the game. So
yeah, like, so we finished the Swiss in 3-1, which was quite surprising because
Good.
the tiebreakers went in our favour because while we lost to one of the EXO teams, like the guys we beat weren't doing so well. So
it was very close.
It was very close. We narrowly squeaked in on 4th place. And apparently, I looked at the standings afterwards. The difference between us and the 5th place team was literally an opponent's win rate of 0.003 difference in the opponent's win rate. So like, literally, the reason we got into top 4 together was because we played against Team Illuminati, and that was it. Like, that's what made it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we made it to top 4, which was more than enough.
Except that then we faced Team Illuminati again.
Then we faced them again, and that was
and this time I wasn't so lucky. I didn't get the right chain off at all. I had to ride Genovius, taking Vanguard is never good. And then he just starts locking and I just can't play, so... And then he triple crits me for the game.
Yeah.
Which...
Same thing happened to you as well.
Yeah, she was just... Both games were just like triple crit heal. I don't know how long was left and right. It's fine for a bit, but
I remember looking over. I looked over in your final turn, and she had to reverse the rebirth, and I was
yeah,
like,
I mean, she just rode it at the end just for like the restand. But honestly, at that point, you could have done anything. It wouldn't have mattered. I think it was just like, if you have the field,
yeah,
you might. I think she didn't have anything to stride with. But at that point, like I said, it was just like the triggers add up. I only had, for example, on an average, I think I had like maybe 1 per stride, but she was hitting 2. So the guard I needed was just too much. Yeah, it just wasn't. It's one of those games that you can't help it. It's just too much cards, but you don't have enough.
On the plus side, I took my revenge against the Nokia player. God, oh my god, that was such a long in the game, but I'm really glad I played it out because
it's a good game.
he committed to the turn without and I had 3 perfect guards in hand and 2 bell logs, so it was like perfect guard bell log that column, perfect guard bell log this column, you are now screwed. Yeah. So that was alright.
So we didn't make top 2, which is pretty sad. But we had a nice trophy to play for in 3rd place.
And funnily enough, we came up once again against the same guys that in Cardiff.
Team Phantom Bullet.
Team Phantom Bullet.
Shout out for those guys.
They're alright. Yeah, like
they're pretty good.
This is now the 2nd time we played them, and amusingly enough, we were all playing the exact same deck in the exact same configuration.
Yeah.
Which meant that Ahegal King over here got his revenge on the Aquaforce player.
Let's go, Nick. Yeah, it was a bit of a slaughter. I was unlucky.
I wasn't as savage as I was in Cardiff.
There was no grade 3 win.
There was no turn 3 win for me. Like, my opponent was playing Grand Blue and actually got to play the game. But Ripple just did its thing, got advantage, and Lambros helped a bit along the way as well. Yeah. But I was just happy it was more of a game.
Like, I saw at one point you were both on 5 damage when I looked over at one point, so I was like, it was interesting.
It was more in it. Like, he did have quite a lot of pressure stuff, but like break ready from drop zone and then doing crazy stuff and striding and it was
At that point, Vito had already won, so like I was playing against Mohammed. Like, he's a cool guy. You know, we've played this like 4 or 5 times on Tuesday. We were testing, so we kind of knew what was going on. And we just like at that point, once you guys had won, I was like, whatever, like it's over. Just
it was like
YOLO stride that
ace. Tried to get a.
I did not drive check the Overlord, so Ace did not restand, which was unfortunate. But yeah, it doesn't matter. We got our nice trophies. I got it right here.
Don't follow the shit.
Everything's
gonna fall apart.
Yeah,
it's already falling apart.
I've already taken it apart, but like, yeah, like See, it says third place, Vanguard Continentals.
It's alright.
Space for a card. It's not bad. Not
Yeah,
bad.
you can put a card in it.
Yeah, that's why the back comes off and everything. So
Oh shit.
it's not bad. Like
You can put this in there.
yeah. So you know, if, like, given that we weren't really expecting to win, we just came here. Just it was free to come here. So yeah,
I mean, like, we were happy just to make top 8 card.
Yeah.
So, like, anything on top is a bonus.
so I mean, yeah, like really happy with how we performed overall. Like not really much complaints. Just poor matchups across the day.
I think unlike Cardiff, just I went 3-3, but like the 3 most like chaos, instant lose.
Yeah.
Like you physically can't do anything. The deck doesn't function, and then just
Kagero twice.
Kagero sacked. It's just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Like you came up against Chaos twice, which is also
Yeah,
an
I mean,
unbelievable matchup.
I won one by like some really.
It should
massive
basically
cheats.
it's usually an unbelievable matchup
Yeah.
otherwise, yeah.
It's only because I went to Thailand, like, did really crazy shit that I was able to win.
I think that's the one thing I dislike about the game right now, which is even though it's easier to get into and like all the decks are like more evenly balanced in terms of power levels, it still feels like such a rock paper scissors. Like there are matchups that you just cannot win, and there are matchups you just dominate. I just don't.
True. Yeah, well, to be honest, that's more. It's uneven clan support, isn't it? Like, for
No.
example, it is though.
It's
No,
not.
I wouldn't say.
It is.
And I would say everything
It is for
apart
me.
from, like,
It is
Yeah,
for me.
for you, but that's because you play Mega Colony.
Yeah, it's for me.
But like for example, like someone like me, right? If I come up against like Neo Nectar, they are literally dead.
There was no Neo Nectar.
There was no Neo Nectar. Like if I play against
It was
Neo
just
Nectar or like
Paladins.
Spike Brothers or Nova Grapplers, like there's no way they're winning. Like for you, right?
Mm.
If you play against any non-control slow deck, like for example Golds or oh that's a slow that I don't play. Like people just don't play them because they're not good. But like if you come against like Great Nature, for example, you will just
Yeah.
outrush them.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing Great Nature can do. It's just like stuff like that. Just I don't know. It's like feel free to tell me if I'm wrong. I just feel that matchups are now the biggest factor in this game, and I just don't like how that's going.
I mean, like, Link Joker for me is.
Yeah, like, you
90% of the
can't.
time
You,
auto lose.
you will
like,
never. You will rarely ever beat each other.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. How like why like
We need a generic unlocking stride.
just tech poker.
I can't take poker. But we need the sideboard for me to be able to like put poker in. Like, because by having to make space for poker, like I'd have to take out so much. Just for this one specific matchup. Which like it was lucky in Cardiff where I didn't face it at all day.
It's not like your Angel Feather you can get away with teching this random grade 2 because
Yeah.
you can add it to hand from your damage zone. Like, I mean, other than that, everything's fine, it's just, it would, like, for example, when I come up against Royals, I like, okay, cool, I just Griffin all this shit and denial flare, defeat flare all this shit. And it's just, it feels very, not one-sided, but, like, there's
It feels like there's a bit more balance.
I
Like he's calling all these stuff, but you're like.
not really,
kind of-
because it doesn't feel like I was, apart from that no-kill game, I never really felt like I had to think very much all day. Like, there's just not much.
I'll tell you another thing why this is happening though. People are scared to play
Anything.
anything.
That's not meta. Yeah.
That's not that they haven't been told is meta. So you'll have like.
That's why all you
these-
see is Revengers and no.
Yeah, so what you're going to have is a saturation of about 5 or 6 different decks everywhere, which counter each other.
So like
But
Chaos.
outside of that, there's probably at least another 5 or 6 decks
Yeah,
that
Camera
could
Oracle.
probably be competitive, but no one
bothers
wants
to play
to even
them.
Like
experiment.
Narukami.
Yeah, like there's no
Narukami,
economies.
Mega Colony.
Great Nature.
Great Nature. No one's playing Great Nature. What the hell?
Okay, where you at? Like, you're waiting for that set? Like,
You waiting for the Temple Booster? You don't need
play
a
it. It's a
Temple
good. It's
Booster.
a good. Why are you not playing it? Like, oh, because Link Joker. Yeah, all right, we get it. But like, it's a good deck. Why are you not playing it?
Like instead, all we get is just the standard.
Tachikaze. Has anyone played Tachikaze?
Yeah.
Tachi's good.
There was one guy playing it, but he didn't do very well.
Yeah, but last time in Cardiff there was one in top 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played him. It's good.
Nearly lost.
No, but like, no, it's like these decks that nobody
Really gives a
plays.
second
Yeah,
thought.
no one even cares about them. Like, I'm not saying go and like play some like Nubatama, Break Ride deck. Or
Yeah, like don't play.
Yeah, like don't play something that's obviously not gonna make it. But like, there's about twice as many decks as you think they are compared to.
Like it's not just all about Gear Chronicle, Revengers, Angel Feather.
Yeah, it's not just it's not Paladins, Dragons, and Lit Joker. Like, there's other things you can.
Yeah,
do,
exactly.
But no one wants to do it.
Like that's the thing. Like we saw like what 7 decks total across the day. Like 7
Yeah.
varieties.
I would say like the
Ignoring
only
the fact
way-
that we played Illuminati twice, we saw like 8 different decks.
No, take away one.
The
game,
only
yeah.
kind of out there stuff I would say is Machine and Mirror Match.
Boy. Yeah, he had a fun time.
probably Blue Wave and
Seven Seas. Yeah.
Seven
Seas is common as well. That's
it's
what I
common,
mean.
but we only
The thing
faced
is,
it
like,
once.
Yeah.
Seven Seas does not play that much outside of Japan for some reason. Like, no,
It's a good deck though.
Exactly, it's another good deck that no one's playing. Like, you know, Seven Seas can legit face chaos and
Yeah,
you'll be fine.
Because in your
You'll
turn,
be fine.
Everything goes to the back.
Yeah,
and they have
and you're
nothing
just
to block.
fine.
Yeah, you just face
Even with the double chaos, you still got the cannoneer to snipe every turn.
Yeah.
Like, you got the cutlass.
You just face it.
Yeah, you can do it. Like, you can do it and no one's playing it. Like, why are you not playing ground blue? Why was no one playing like Regalia as well?
Yeah, like Genesis is still good.
No, that Regalia.
No, Regalia.
Oh, Sentguard.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not that good, I'm sorry.
No, Genesis is like. I think Genesis is still good. Just people are not playing it properly.
Yeah,
But yeah, like, no Sentguards. Like what the
No
hell?
Vanguard. All sync tables.
But Sentguard is technically meta, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really count. But like, it's just
It's weird compared
No
to
one-
Japan.
no one wants to think about the game anymore. That's what I mean. Like, it's just become RPS matchups. Like, oh, who's got the first ride? Who's got this? Who's got that? Like,
Yeah.
it's no one's thinking anymore. Like this thing, right? Angel Feather taking one copy of Poker. Guess who started that? Japan. Angel Feather taking the one copy of the Legion Leader just so you don't deck out. Guess who started that? Japan. Hand Trap
There's no
Kagero.
innovation.
Guess who came up with Kagero? Guess who came up with Hand Trap Kagero? Japan. Like, the Western meta just isn't thinking for itself, and I don't like that.
Well, you can kind of blame it on the fact that Japan does get
Yes, they get cards first,
and,
sure.
and it's easy to copy.
But like no one's trying anything new. Like sure, it doesn't have to like be game breaking like chaos, but like no one's trying anything new, and I really find that disappointing. It's just like it's reached the point now where we can go to tournament expecting to see the same old shit. That's never a good sign.
Yeah.
Well, just looking at the results, I mean, like,
Yeah, you just look at
there's no like this. I think last year when I was looking at, like, there was every clan other than Murakumo, right, was actually like represented
somewhere,
in the
yeah.
top somewhere, right? This year, we're looking through it, it's just like
Five or six
six decks, and that's it. It's just people not. The thing is, and then you look at like the clan representation, yeah. It's like Shadows 15, Kagero 15%, and it's like you add them up, and it's up to like 80%.
Overlord. Kagero and Kaido was like 30%.
Yeah, like so many people playing.
Yeah,
it.
Cardiff
It's like,
had so
Cardiff
much.
has so many.
Every team had at least one.
Like, even
We're not
like
lost.
walking through today, right, I saw one Dimension Police guy like playing D Robos, and I was like, yeah, it's cool. He's winning, and then the rest of his team lost. But it's like no one's like playing these good decks.
Well, like D-Robos, nothing is actually stopping you from just taking all these Cosmic Hero stuff.
You just because it's straight.
Like, what's actually stopping you?
Like the only card you really tech is Grand Revolver though.
Which one was that?
The triple one,
resist.
the blue one.
Right,
Plus 4K.
What about Destroyed? Energy Guardians and all that.
You can't. You G-Guardian you can, but I don't think you can. You can't
Yeah,
tech
it's Grand Gallop.
X Gallop. You can't tech X Gallop. It doesn't need a Gallop Heart, but it's so hard for you to reach that number otherwise for the third
I guess
quadruple drive.
Yeah.
But even like Sim Kaiser, like why aren't people like
Sim Kaiser is still one of the
it
scariest
won
decks in the
world
game.
and no one
Kaiser.
plays it anymore.
Sim Buster.
No, as in
You know, it came second.
Dai Kaiser.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, we were
that
saying
was
that.
great.
No one's playing that. Why?
Why are you not playing that deck though? Oh, because of Link Joker.
No.
I get Link Joker, I can't do it.
Because you need your laurels.
Yeah. Can I just say, like, you don't need Laurel to win?
No.
Like, it's nice,
It's
great.
It's that cherry on top.
but like, considering everyone I know has like a DP deck, right? Can you get off like Laurel's deck all the time? Like, you can play the deck, if you don't get it in your hand by the time you try, it doesn't mean you've lost. Yeah. Get off Laurel, please. Seriously. Stop running through them while you're at it.
I mean, you can just cut it, can't
I can edit this. I will edit this. Interesting matchup.
Well, you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the
Yeah,
most interesting matchup we saw all day was like the machining mirror
Machining
match.
mirror match, yeah, that was weird because we had 2 mirror matches in that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kagura's meta.
Kagura meta, yeah. And then you had...
I had,
first matchup.
Six Saber Blaster.
Thanks, Blaster, yeah. No, the comedy. Yeah, so like, interesting deck what he had, yeah. But one thing, alright. Scorpion.
I know exactly where this
Scorpion Mark
is
II.
going.
Guy was running Scorpion. No, actually, he had. So he wasn't that bad, right? Because he had the Beetle.
He had 4 stag deal.
He had Stag Beetle. Then he had 3 Scorpion and then 1 Zeus. Right, so the Zeus I get. The Zeus I get. Zeus is pretty lousy, so I get that, right? He also took Brilliant Blister, like the PR, which is not a machining. I wouldn't do that, but I see it. Like, if you're like paranoid about restanders, I get it. Like run 1 or 2. Scorpion, yeah.
Don't run Scorpion
like,
Mark 2.
Please stop running that stupid card. Like, I beg of you. Like, if you're like, I'll blow the shooting too, write in that comment, yeah? Please, like, get it out of your deck. I know you have it in there, yeah, because the mate's great and you run the mate. Don't run Scorpion. Put whatever you want. Like, you got the other Legion. Right? You got
actually really good.
If you want to paralyze, like whatever, yeah, the mate's okay. If you want the Legion that badly, you got a decent mate for that as well. You got Warsicle, which you should be running. Right? As another grade 3, like you got options. Stop running Scorpion because it's like 20p.
Like, just so you know, you're not running Warsicle for the limit break. You're running it because it fills your field.
Yeah,
it's slightly less than
you're literally doing it for the on-call count plus 1 call something. You're never gonna use the limit break. I've never used it. I mean, like once.
Like, you just want to fill up your field so you can destroy people. Because guess what? That's
how you win the game. Like this thing that. So you get Scorpion, right? And you call 3 guys. Like you call your 3 guys at rest. Yeah. And then you get your like plus 50 billion, and then you get the perfect guard to the face or whatever. The G Guardian.
And then what?
With your double check, and then what?
It's like at Worlds last year, I faced 2 Mega.
You tell them what you faced.
And both were in Scorpion.
Yeah.
As the main thing. And
the guy at Cardiff that also runs Scorpion.
Yeah, that guy. There was a guy at Cardiff.
And I'm just like, fam, what are you doing?
Stop running Scorpion.
Like they call out cards at rest. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll just Cardfight Vanguard.
Drive check those stands, boy.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Like,
you're not
there's no way to justify a card which slows down one of the quickest decks in the game. Like the whole point is you have 4, right? You get Destroyer, and then hopefully you take the lead from the game. If you don't, then you're probably having a rough time. Like if they can come back,
up to that point,
probably rough.
Up to that point, you're just trying to rush them anyway.
Yeah, you're trying to rush them anyway. That's why you run
Little B.
Yeah, you run Little B. You run 10k beaters, and you got 11 plus beaters anyway.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the deck. If you're not doing that, then they're just gonna take control. And it's funny that like a controlled deck loses control.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, that's not how it works. And when you add the new GR next month, you can actually fight back the Joker. So then you because then what's going to happen, you're going to have like a vanilla Vanguard swinging against a vanilla Vanguard because they can't use rares. You can't use your rares. So it's just going to be one of those. But until then, like, stop running Scorpion. Like, stop running that card. It's shit. There's no deck it works in.
There's a reason it's only like 20p.
Yeah, there's a reason. It's not because it's just rare. Rares can go for like £3. It's still crap. Like, that's the whole point. It's crap. Like, don't run it. Yes, I did. But like, don't run the card.
You learned your mistake though.
Anyway, so don't run that card. You can get Warsickles for like what? £1, £1.50? Like get those in. Like, get that reprint if you want to.
Even if you don't like Warsicle, you can even run Cyclomatooth in machining.
Even if you want, yeah. Even if it's not like a machining, at least run that.
Because at least it does something.
Or Hercules.
Yeah, like, it does something.
It does something. Scorpion doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
So props up to that guy for a very interesting deck. But take out the Scorpions. Even add 2 more Zeus.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Like Zeus destroys Vanguard.
Zeus is good. Yeah.
Destroys Vanguard, destroys Shadows.
Even Link Joker with like,
helps
with like the Palladian and other stuff in the back.
Yeah, like
destroys
takes out
everything.
Bromine and everything. It's
Yeah,
like,
if you're not going to have a field, they're not going to have one either.
yeah, it's fine. Like,
Yeah. Well,
it kills the limit break in Nebula, which is really
Yes.
And another thing against Link Joker, Zeus swings for 21 on his own.
Yeah, because he.
Because you're not counterblasting for anything else.
No, exactly.
So even that card is better than Scorpion.
Yeah.
The PR, that's like what, 30p.
I probably get
better.
stacks.
Just make it rain with the Zeus. Yeah, just don't run it.
It was pretty nifty that the team from Greece had a card called Zeus.
True.
I was just really bemused.
Yeah.
I mean, like, other than that, like, the tournament is. I don't want to call it a great tournament because the meta is. Yeah, the game is.
It is what it is.
The game is in the state that it's in right now. Like, it's no one's fault. It's just. It's not as interesting to sit down in a tournament.
People aren't willing to be adventurous.
Yeah.
Stuff they enjoy.
They were last year. I think last year.
Yeah, last year was fine.
It was
like,
really
now,
adventurous.
like literally this year, you sit down and told me like, what am I going to play against? Maybe Revengers, maybe Chaos, maybe Blasters, maybe if I'm really lucky Kagero. It's like, maybe if I'm lucky Angel Fed. Like, it's all the same shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of always been a problem with the game, really.
Yes,
well, I would argue that last year
people get screwed.
There was so much more variety. Even at Cardiff, the variety was really nice, but I think maybe it's just because we haven't been to such a high level.
But the thing about the variety is like, it's not like you were playing one of those minor clans like, oh yeah, free win. You know what I mean? Most of the time, like, with my case, is when I was playing the Angel Feather player, it's not like she was doing her thing, but at the same time she didn't know how to respond to me. because she's never. And she even said it herself. She was like, "This is the first deck I've seen today, which isn't like a
Meta,
paladin
yeah.
or a dragon in some sort.
Yeah.
And it's just like I don't know what to do." So actually, if you're playing one of the minor clans, you have the element of surprise.
Yeah.
And don't like Vanguard is all about knowing what the opponent's going to do.
It's like it didn't really happen today, probably because like.
Was there so many teams, right? There was
Yeah, that's fair enough. Like
in Cardiff, a few people who were playing against me didn't know what Odysseus does. I'm like, fam,
this card got restricted.
this card got
Yeah.
restricted
And you don't know
for
what
a
it
good reason, like, and you don't know what it
But
does.
even you see Cardiff, right? So there was 50 something
54.
teams, right? Top 8, you had Great Nature, you had
Tachis,
Tachikaze,
Grand
you had
Blue.
Mega Colonies,
Grand Blue.
you had Grand Blue, you had like different kinds of Aquaforce decks.
Gold Paladins.
Okay. But like, you know what I
No one
mean?
really
You
knows
have
what
like a top 8 of actual
A
like,
diverse top
interesting-
8,
a diverse top 8, and I hate that word, but like, it is what it is, and it's not because they're bad decks, it's because they got lucky, because if you made it to top 8,
You know what you're
through
doing.
like, you know, what, 8, 6
rounds.
rounds, whatever, 7 rounds, right? You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like, just sacking yourself. You can sack yourself for like a round or 2, but that means that these people know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
like that
like,
guy at the end who like came up to the Angel Feather and was like, "Oh, when's your deck list going online?" It was like,
yeah, it's like-
you're expecting to just be spoon fed just like that? Like,
Yeah.
go build it yourself. Like,
it's not
go
just
test
rocket
on,
science.
go test on like Cardfight area or something. Like, figure it out.
It's not hard, man. Not these kinds of decks, anyway.
But like talking about the people there, oh, you start us off.
No.
Where do I start?
I think we should start from the beginning.
The beginning.
Registering.
Alright, yeah, alright, so
So this what we're about to go through is not a slight against the Bushiroad running tournament. I mean, okay, part of it is, but like, basically,
yeah, I think it was inexperience. I don't think it was malicious. I just think they didn't think about it.
so what happened was when we went into the hall, like, there's a big projector on the wall, like a big screen.
Like ads and stuff usually.
Yeah.
And we were registering first.
So we
Because we came in early because
We
like
came
the
in
hotel was so close, so we just like, fuck it, let's leave it.
So we get into this big spreadsheet of all the teams that should be there and the names of the players on the team.
And
we-
like the C.
so we sign up there, so what's in the ABC, and they go, great, we need your clans, and we're like, so we tell them, like,
Putting up.
so we say like, okay, Aquaforce, Kagura, Mega Colony, and they put our clan on this spreadsheet
On the
in
projector.
plain sight for everyone else.
Yeah.
And it's like, we don't feel comfortable with that. Like, could you not display that, please?
And I'll tell you why, because then they asked us what order do you want to be in.
Yeah.
And we're just like, sorry, anyone that registers, so the person
Afterwards,
registering last can come in, look at the spreadsheet and say, oh, this, and this, and this, I don't want to fight that. So the further you come into registration, the more advantage you have.
Yeah.
And then obviously we spoke to them and they get rid of it. There's only I think 2 teams had a look at it,
Yeah.
and they actually did play it to their advantage, and it was a bit scummy, but whatever. But the
We'll talk
fact
about that
is,
later.
yeah, but the fact is, right, you can't do that.
It's not okay, yeah.
You can't do that. You can't just put people's like, not only that, I mean the clans I kind of get, but the numberings of where they
Yeah,
are,
like
That's not okay.
you can't do that because you're screwing people over as they're coming in to register. That's really not fair. I mean, the one good thing is they did deck checks right off the start, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to do it later, like top 4 or something. That's fine.
well, to be expected.
And then
There's
took
so
off the
few people
spreadsheet.
there.
I mean, give it to them. They realised they made a mistake
They fixed it,
immediately.
yeah,
They
they
fixed
fixed
it before people started pouring in.
Which is better than what some companies do.
Yeah.
Konami.
But that should not be the case. You shouldn't be doing that. I mean, they should have had
it
like
didn't
an
really
ad
serve
set.
any purpose being up there anyway.
It was just
Yeah.
for their reference anyway. It wasn't for the player's reference.
Exactly.
Which is really odd to have that. You shouldn't be doing that.
Do you want to talk about some of the other people?
What happened after? Yeah, I mean, like there was only 2 teams that did it, but
We saw someone like
I saw him, like,
they discussed like, oh, there's
this guy's
like,
playing that, this guy's playing that, and then started swapping around, these things, which has got your
Player
player number on it.
like we
and
saw these, we
obviously
saw
you
two
register.
guys took off their language and swap seats.
Yeah.
What?
You're not actually allowed because your name is bound to a C.
Yeah.
And then there were people, trying to like flip people's cars to see where they are.
Like this was when
there's a
people were
team.
sitting down.
Yeah,
There was
playing
like
while
a
waiting
team
for
going
registration.
around like turning up people's things, like saying who was playing what.
Yeah. And then trying to feed it into their mates.
Yeah, trying to
things.
position themselves.
And then they would swap. And then what happened is they caught onto it after the second round. So
They
they
caught
went up to
to it,
say,
yeah.
if we catch you doing this, you're disqualified.
Yeah.
But you've already had 2 rounds where people could take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how many
And
people
that one
did,
had a damage
but
penalty.
some did.
Yeah.
Some people did
Like
do it.
we saw it happen.
Yeah, I saw it happen at least for one team. You shouldn't be doing that. Like that one is a
Smart
bush road. But they bounced back and they did fix it,
Yeah.
which is fine, which is great. So hopefully they learn from it and it doesn't happen again.
Like there's some other shady shit going on today as well.
It was, man. It was like, I think that everyone there was a bit of a cloud
Yeah.
over the
Throughout the whole of the Vanguard area, I think the other two games were too small to really count.
And it's only like
there was no point.
It's single player anyway.
And I think they kind of knew each other, so people knew what they were playing. And stuff like, why there's only so many competitive decks in the English meta, right? Same thing, I don't know about Buddy Fight, but with Wise at least.
It's only like 3.
Like how many, you know, Levi Attack on Titan decks are you going to see?
1 maybe. Which ended up winning first place.
Yeah,
congrats to Tobias, but still like...
No, but like, so what happened then is, there was a bit of this cloud about, let's say rumours, but...
No, there were rumours like, because in the week leading up to here, like, because you know, we happen to be like decent friends with Team Phantom Bullet, other guys from Cardiff, like, and we were saying on Facebook like 3 days before, like, they were telling us like, oh yeah, did you hear about these guys? Like, people have said they've been guys, there's like videos that this person drinking extra cards, like, there's rumours going around. It's like, we were more vigilant than we normally were anyway, which already doesn't feel great because you're there to have fun. Like,
I don't feel like I had fun today.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, to have to constantly
I was like in a constant mood. I was just like...
And the other thing is that the things that was said...
Like, every turn, I was asking my opponent how many cards you had in hand.
Just to make sure they're not cheating.
Just to make sure.
And you know, that's one thing, but also, the things that, you know, the rumours were actually sort of, they were happening throughout the game.
Yeah.
As the day went by, the thing that people were saying have been happening or iffy about were actually happening live.
Like, we even went back and asked other people afterwards, like,
and did
you feel like this was happening? And they're like, for example, like in your first round, like in one of your games, you got what? You got like nearly doubled crit sack in one turn for like no reason.
And it wasn't only that, it was just mannerisms of the player and knowing what was in their hand and the way that they played. It didn't make a lot of sense because
like, it felt like they knew the crits were coming.
It's not like they didn't know exactly when, but it felt like there was some sort of layer of knowledge there, and it was played around with that sort of
same round with you, right? You got like triple crit once, just
twice in one game, and then
it was the same round as well.
And you know, just to say, like, this is not to slam people, but
we're not trying to start.
It always happens around the same time with the same people, and everyone, you can ask impartially, people say, oh yeah, that happened to me as well. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. We go, oh, that happened to you, that happened to me, and that happened to me.
It happened
to that guy, and it happened to that guy, and it happened to that guy, and it's like, right.
It's like we don't want to say who or what exactly, but like
what it is.
It felt
off.
It kind of undermined the whole event.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, a lot of the players felt that way. I mean, during ceremony, you know, people would clap and that kind of thing. A lot of people went off immediately and they didn't care. And it was like, you can tell there was a lot of people
They kind of knew.
On the edge. I wouldn't say they were disappointed with it, but they were just like, whatever.
They felt a bit...
It kind of sucked because like we can't really prove it, which is why we're not like naming names or pointing at fingers. It's just like, we don't know that you did something wrong, but we feel you did something wrong.
Also, put it that way. Some people's decks got checked after the deck checks.
Yeah.
Some people, you know, there were people warned, there were things going on.
Was it like round 3? Like, round 3 or 4, like the judge comes to the top table was like, we need to look at your decks.
Yeah.
It was like, sure, but like, it's already happened.
It's already too late.
Yeah.
Anything that would have happened prior, it's already happened, it's been changed. So not only were I think even the judges knew something was up somewhere, because they were doing deck checks in the middle of the tournament. Yeah. You know, they were
like this specific
for specific people and for specific things. They were looking at, you know, for mark cards and that kind of thing, whatever, like. But I think there was something.
Like they were already XO at that point, like whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, even then, like you 3 rounds in, you can't start, you know,
in a 4-round tournament.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do, right? But it's a shame because compared to Cardiff, which was really clean and really.
Yeah. It was just a nice atmosphere.
We enjoyed ourselves at Cardiff. We didn't really enjoy ourselves here. Like that's
that's a shame. And some things, I mean, like the judging overall was fine, but there were. I mean, it happened to you.
There's like what? There's 2 judges for 14 teams. Like, sure, that might work something like Magic, but in games like this where there's 3 simultaneous games per round, it's like you have to be.
You should have a judge for each person, which is what it was the case.
Or each table. Yeah, I mean.
I mean, like fair enough, the numbers were high, but like, you know, at Cardiff we were 54 teams. There were like what, 9 judges?
Yeah. And especially top 4 was like watching you like a hawk.
Yeah. I didn't really feel
like I saw like one of the judges like mid game like on his phone. I'm like, shouldn't you really kind of be paying attention? Like,
also, I mean,
that's what you're there for.
There was one thing that happened to you which they didn't.
Yeah, so I mean, it's partly my fault not calling the judge, but like at one point, my opponent was striding, and because my deck's quite thin at that point, he picks up my deck by accident instead of the stride deck, and he sees the bottom part of my deck, and I was like,
And the judge is seeing it and he's saying...
The judge was right there and did
So,
I was almost tempted to say, like, Judge, he looked at the bottom card of my deck, but...
No, I don't think that's what... I think it's a straight up disqualification.
Probably.
That's not like a misplay. It's like, oh, I didn't know I had to counterblast. That is literally, like, my deck's here, you picked up my deck, did this, and you put it back. Wherever you want it to do it or not, that's
how you know you picked up the wrong deck. You saw that it was a Kagero card, not an Angel Feather card.
And the sleeves were different for your extra deck. And you've seen them. Like there's actually no physical excuse that you can make to pick up an opponent's deck.
Yeah.
Look underneath and then put it back in that late in the tournament with a judge staring and not doing anything.
I probably should have put a judge, and I probably in future I will. I don't know why. I think it's because I was just tired and we're just done with it.
Probably.
It just wasn't worth the effort.
Yeah, it probably wasn't. But
like, it is like.
Well, that was round 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because both of us had lost.
So like the risk of getting them disqualified just that we can advance, like it's not worth it. It's like again, like not in the spirit of fun. Like we just want to play.
Yeah.
So I let it go.
So
I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, it's a shame that this cloud of kind of uncertainty was around with a lot of people.
There's just an air of foul play in the tournament. It just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Like when you know.
Like you're doing a ceremony, people giving out prizes.
Some people just not clapping.
They were just like, no, I'm not. I don't like this. So.
Like it was very evident that not very few people actually enjoyed themselves.
Yeah. Which is a shame.
It's a shame.
It's a shame.
No, I'll tell you what, it's a shame. It's a shame because everything else was great.
Oh yeah.
Like the city's nice, the town, the hotel is nice. Like Busherud staff were nice.
The raffle was nice.
The raffle was not bad. Like
pretty good. Raffle's good.
Everyone got something.
We didn't get anything.
That's because we came top.
Oh right.
That's because we topped. But like, whoops. As in like. No one walked home empty-handed, basically.
Yeah, that's good.
So it should have been a great day. It's just that the event itself was just cloudy.
It just ended everything on a bit of a sour note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, at the end of the holiday, a holiday's a holiday. Third place is third place. We are feasting like kings.
Oh, look at that. Hold on. Squeeze that lemon. Not on me, yeah.
It's a good reward.
Bermuda Triangle tails.